Welcome back to MMA Al Dente. I'm here to talk about Yanis Ghemmouri versus William Gomis. This is another one of those late notice makeshift fights. Both guys were scheduled to fight anyway, so they're healthy and ready, but this is a new matchup. Yanis is 12-1 as a pro, 28 years old, and he's giving up 4 inches of height to 26-year-old Gomis, who is 12-2 as a pro. As Stevie the Cat steps all over the notes. Yanis Ghemmouri, he's got 3 TKO victories, 4 submissions, and 5 decisions. He is a kickboxer first and foremost, and I mean his record wouldn't indicate that, but you could see when you watch him fight. The guy's a good striker. He's comfortable. He's a pretty heavy-handed guy. I'm surprised he doesn't have more TKO victories, but he's a guy that could benefit from having more output, in my opinion. Give himself better odds of getting the finish. He has 3 split decisions, close fights, in his wins. One of them I thought he lost, this guy Nowitzki. That's the one fight where I saw him rocked. He was rocked in round 2, I think, a left hook. Sent him staggering. But he still was the last man standing in that fight. Took over and grounded Nowitzki and ended up getting the nod. Then there was this other split decision, which was bullshit. He definitely won the fight. I don't know how the fuck it was a split decision. And then another one I didn't see to this guy who's turned into a good fighter, and that was early in their careers. But Yanis, his one loss comes by submission. It's a triangle choke in round 1 to this guy Steve Palafante. Beautiful name. Yanis, he's definitely a good striker. I mean, he's a guy who only has 3 TKO victories. One of them almost doesn't even count. It's in his debut, and it's a doctor stoppage. But the next 2 come in his last 2 fights against his best competition. Put one guy away with a knee, and Stevie, come on. He definitely, you can see he throws hard strikes. I don't know how many jabs I've seen this guy throw, but he is not a jouster. He's a guy that's waiting to counter with heavy hooks, throws them in good combinations. What's going on with her? And same with his kicks. Everything's powerful with this guy. You know, really powerful kicks. And that's good for him, that he's got such good timing with these powerful strikes, because that's what he needs when he's facing somebody who's that much bigger and got that much reach on him. William Gomis has 4 inches of height. I'm assuming he has reach as well, although I don't know the reach. But really, Ghemmouri, I think he could benefit from more activity on the feet and on the ground. On the ground, he's just never seen that much more active, and this was something that was much more apparent to me when I was breaking him down versus Calvin Loughran. William Gomis is much more of a rider himself. He's only got 1 submission victory, although he's got a few ground and pound victories. William Gomis, he's got 6 TKOs, and the last 2 of which both are ground and pound. One of them, Jose Marcos, he got him out of there in round 3. William Gomis, I'd say certainly he's better on the ground, even though he has only 1 submission win compared to the 4 for Yanis Ghemmouri. William Gomis, I do think he wins the wrestling battle. I'm not sure if he, on the inside, how physical an advantage he'd have, because Yanis Ghemmouri is pretty strong. I should have mentioned at the top, this fight's at featherweight, by the way. But William Gomis, I do think, will be able to out-wrestle him, plain and simple. And I do think, if you look at his UFC career so far, that could very well be the story of the fight. Gomis has 2 very close decisions in the UFC. He beat Jarno Errens in a fight that was, I thought, not that close, really, but the 3rd round was close enough. That was the one that was somehow miraculously scored a 10-10 for like the first time in a fucking decade. And in the Francis Marshall fight, I thought William Gomis, that one could have gone either way. And Francis Marshall was the last man standing in that one. Had him in a deep rear naked choke, but William Gomis still survived, and in the end he was given the nod, in what was a pretty close fight. But here against Yanis Ghemmouri, I think William Gomis can definitely make his movement and range work for him on the outside, because he's a good striker himself. And I think on the inside, I think he's going to be winning the wrestling battle, taking Yanis Ghemmouri down. And if he's not able to take him down, then turning a corner against the cage and riding him I think Gomis can, in general, neutralize him. So I'm picking William Gomis. I think he's going to win this fight. I think he's going to out-hustle Yanis Ghemmouri. And I'm hoping to see Yanis Ghemmouri with more hustle anyway. You know, that's my one takeaway from him negatively coming into his UFC debut was that I wanted to see more from him. It was activity. And I'm hoping he brings the pressure here against William Gomis, because Gomis is a guy that can, he's got no problem comfortably winning a decision. And I just hope Yanis doesn't make it too comfortable for him. But William Gomis is the pick. I do want him to win because I'm betting on him once I see the odds, unless they're way off. But I think he should win this fight. So if they're anywhere reasonable, I'll be betting on him. William Gomis is the pick. I guess, gun to my head, I'd go decision. But I haven't seen Yanis lose more than once. And I haven't seen William Gomis win by submission. He's got one submission in his 12 wins. That's how Yanis Ghemmouri has lost his one fight. So the prop bets I wouldn't really trust one way or another. But I am going with Gomis. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.